Israel is Putin is in Beijing with Xi about Belt and Road. So the changing international world order, something we're all trying to figure out.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks down. And we had Cointelegraph apologize for the tweet that was sent out about Blackrock Spot Bitcoin ETF. And we saw over $100 million liquidated. And you know I'm shaking my head right now. Now we have the U.S. government as one of the largest Bitcoin hodlers with over $5 billion. And we know they get their Bitcoin for free. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates rising. And we know the Fed doesn't have to do anything when the bond market is doing it for them. And we know with all this debt, there's no way that we can handle all this interest. So we know something around the corner is about to happen. And then, guys, we have the dollar still strong. And we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed. Repo at $1.1 trillion yesterday. And we have the global regulator. The Basel Committee on Banking Supervision says banks must disclose crypto exposure. And guys, we know crypto is not the problem. It's all this bad paper, and we know eventually it comes to a head. And guys, I'm doing my normal. I'm listening to CNBC, doing my little stretching and exercising. And of course, she slips it in. Putin in Beijing, meeting with Xi about Belt and Road, the changing of the world order. You know how they like to slip it in. She slipped in the truth. And I had to rewind it twice just to listen to make sure that I was hearing this correctly. And guys, we know all the distractions that are going on is all about the fourth industrial revolution. And who's leading it? China and the emerging markets, the BRICS nations, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. All you have to do is look at all the countries that are involved in the Belt and Road. And a lot of people are looking at it and say, oh, it's going to take too long. They've been talking about it. No. Once they flip the switch, this technology is going to move so fast over the next 5 years, you're going to wonder what happened. And why is it going to move so fast, guys? Because it was already ready, some of it 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Remember, the NWO are the master magicians. The only thing they need now is that one crisis to bring it all in. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sent about $22.8 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Uniswap to charge 0.15% to swap certain tokens on web interface and wallet. And what does that sound like, guys? The bank. Remember, DeFi is definitely the new banking. And then we have Coinbase suspends over 89 USD trading pairs to improve liquidity. Now remember, guys, I've been put that in the Patreon. And when you have big exchanges like this, cutting trading pairs is going to hurt the projects. A lot of these projects are going to fall by the wayside. Now we have Binance.us halts direct dollar withdrawals. And guys, this is Binance.us. So if you want to cash out, you got to move your money to another exchange as an off-ramp. So you might as well use the other exchange anyway. And we know that's going to crush Binance.us business. And then on top of it, the FDIC says they're no longer insuring USD deposits. So it sounds like that they're choking off the business. Now we have Zodia Custody expands institutional digital asset services to Australia. Also, we have pension funds could use AI to cut costs, increase returns. And then the last piece they didn't mention is lose your money and you have no one to blame. We know all these corporations are going to be pushing AI. Remember, they're going to be brainwashing the people that AI is smarter than you. You need it to help you out. It's going to make you better. It's just a gateway to transhumanism. And we see the mental brainwashing today. People on social media with fake lives and fake body parts. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Fidelity Digital Assets becomes the first enterprise client of EY's blockchain tool. And guys, we know it's all about data. And Fidelity is going to be using the on-chain data for risk management. But guys, we know data is definitely the new oil, the new real estate. And then lastly, guys, we have, is Ripple planning on an IPO? We have a job posting for shareholder communication senior manager. And right now, guys, I do not see Ripple doing an IPO. But of course, they already have investors and shareholders of the business. But we know if Ripple, the company, does go public, the stock will skyrocket. It is definitely the future. Remember what Brad Garlinghouse stated? He's there to help the banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.